What's up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with Marshana, Dahlia, Spavento. Last night, we got 90 Day Fiancé, Season 8, The Tell-All, Part 2. Part 1 was insane. Part 2 was only an hour long. I was really surprised. I was expecting a little more drama, but we have to remember they did let Stephanie go from the show, and they have cut all ties, and that included the tell-all. So we do not know what's going to happen with her. She did do a couch talk that she posted on Instagram last week and explained her situation. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. I'll try to watch it and tell you guys about it. But let's just jump right into what happened last night on the show. So we got Tarek and Hazel last night, and apparently nothing has really changed since the show has started because Minty was there, and she informed us that Tarek is still talking to her regularly. And even after Hazel created a group chat, she created a group chat. First of all, Hazel doesn't want him talking to her at all. Her compromise was, I'll create a group chat so whenever you guys are communicating with each other, I can monitor the situation. And then we find out last night he is still communicating with her outside of the group chat.
Tarek is a whole mess because he's sitting there saying that, when they asked him, I think Sean asked him, did he want to have sex with Minty? Was he sexually attracted to her? And he's over there like, yeah, of course he does. And that's why he was, with her. That's why he went to Thailand. He's confessed, right? He likes Thai women. And I can understand Hazel feeling some kind of type of way about that because she isn't Thai. She's Filipino. And, it's weird when you know that your partner, your husband, her now husband, has a thing for something that you're not. So I think that was a good compromise. The fact that he broke it should just tell her everything she needs to know about him.
Yeah, nothing is going to change. He has basically said throughout the season and last night, I don't care how you feel. I'm going to keep talking to who I want to talk to. And if you don't like it, I don't care. That's basically his actions have basically shown her, regardless of how you feel, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. So I'm interested in seeing how far is this relationship really going to go. There's no trust.
None.
All right, so we saw Andrew and Amira last night. We saw Andrew momentarily because Amira took control of the situation and she let everyone know that she would do this tell-all as long as she does not have to come in contact physically, virtually, in any way, even talk to Andrew. And Andrew threw a huge hissy fit, and he decided that if he couldn't confront her, then he didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to be a part of the tell-all. I actually am super in love with Amira's energy. The energy that she came with on this tell-all was with the energy that we wanted her to have all season. The way he was treating her. Yes, the way that he treated her and the way that things were going down. I needed this energy from her then, but I'm so glad that she's there now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm Team Amira on this the whole way. If someone has violated your, safety or your emotional well-being and you want to have a clean, hard, fast boundary, like I am not going to talk to this person at all, you have the right to do that. I'm glad she didn't allow the producers to let her cave. And, for what it's worth, Andrew, you too, you stuck to your guns. You said if you couldn't speak to her, you were leaving and you left and no one missed you. So that's that.
And did you catch that she said that she is in love with a Mr. Right?
Ooh, I heard he was American. And
yes.
We just want to hear all the tea about who you with now. We sure they love you right. Listen, as long as it's somebody daddy approves of. If your father don't like this one either, let it go. But other than that, Amira, we are super duper happy for you.
I'm happy for her, and hearing that it's an American guy, I'm wondering if we have seen the last of her or not. Maybe this journey her new journey will reemerge on one of the shows, one of the spinoffs. Who knows? I'm interested in knowing. I feel like we want redemption for her.
Absolutely.
We saw such a terrible situation and we saw abusive, verbally, emotionally, mentally, the way she was put through. I want her to find a really good guy and get married and just be happy because I feel like we're so invested in it and I just want her to be happy. So Amira, I hope that this is the right guy. If you're not on the show, we're still happy for you if this doesn't go anywhere, but we would love to see how this ends up for you. And I want to see the type of guy you want, because after you've seen what you don't want, I kind of want to just see where you are.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right, so we got a little more in Mike and Natalie last week. This week. We got a lot of Mike and Natalie last week. But the one key thing that we talked about last night was Sarah. Sarah is the girl who was the subject of the fight on the last tell-all where she was under the impression that, well, she believed that Mike had slept with his best friend who was actually getting married the next day, while at well, it was the night before the wedding. I don't want to say it was a bachelor party. They were just kind of getting ready for the wedding. He was just staying there because it was out of town. It wasn't a bachelor party. But the husband ended up not arriving at the house that night. Well, the husband to be. So Natalie's first place was, oh, well, you're cheating on me. And we saw that again with this season when he called off the wedding the night before. When he disappeared for 5 hours, she was like, oh, you're cheating on me. That's usually where she goes. So there's no trust in the marriage. And they still got married. But let's talk about Sarah. So Sarah said, look, this is what happened. He was there along with a whole bunch of other people, and we were all getting ready for the wedding the next day, and nobody slept with nobody. And she just ended it there. But she also let us know that Natalie has been super nasty to her. They've had some heated exchanges. Natalie calls her a whore. Not only did she call Sarah a whore, but she said that all American women are whores.
Okay, Natalie, we all know Natalie's a bit ridiculous, and when she's upset and angry, she says the most outlandish things, and it's ridiculous to even say that about American women as a whole. But I get her distrust of what's her name again?
Sarah.
I understand it because, I mean, if my husband told me that he had a friend that was such a good friend that she had to be the maid of honor or the man of honor in his wedding, I would have my side eye out too. Well, listen, when you got me, you got all the friends you ever need, male or female, right here. So I don't really support that. Do I think something nefarious is going on between Sarah and Mike? I kind of sort of halfway do. Maybe it's not sexual, maybe it's nothing they've acted upon, but there's something there.
I don't know. When I saw her and I saw her appearance, I didn't feel like she looked physically what Mike, like his type. Like, she doesn't look like Natalie. So I thought there was possibly just a friendship there. But I could be completely wrong. You never know. When you see the exes of people, you'll be like, so you don't have a type? You just date anybody because they don't look anything alike. So it could be I'm completely wrong in my assumption. But when I saw her, I was like, I don't really see how he would, be with her and then be with Natalie. They're so different.
So different.
So I want to believe that Mike isn't cheating, but we all know that Mike ain't worth nothing either way. Mike decided that he was going to call off a wedding 2 hours before. He leaves people on, he plays games with people, and he tells people whatever the hell they want to hear to shut him up. Mike ain't worth it either way. So even if he isn't cheating with Sarah and never did, he still ain't worth marrying.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
All right, guys. So that was all. That was the whole season. Season 8 is now complete. And next week, yes, it is a wrap. And next week we're hitting Happily Ever After. And we're welcoming back Libby and Andre and Angela and Michael and Jovi and Yara. And this is going to be a interesting season. It's all familiar faces. So we're just going to follow their journeys and see where it goes. I'm really excited for the new season. And are you excited for the new season? I didn't ask you.
I'm excited for the new season. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm not excited to see Angela again. She really boils my blood. I'm just worried about Michael and how we can save him. And I'm excited about seeing some of the other couples as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I can't wait. And there's also a new show premiering, Extreme Sisters. I'll be talking about that a little more as well. Thank you guys so much. This is part 2 of the Tell All podcast. I'm George Mossey. This is Marshana, Dahlia, Spavento. I'll put all of our socials at the bottom. We will be live tweeting the season premiere of Happily Ever After next week. I hope you guys will be there with us. And this will be up on georgemossey.com and YouTube. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Can't wait to talk to you all really soon.